Aloha on this full moon in Gemini, the last night of November 2020, coming into a lunar prenumbrial eclipse in Gemini, opposite the sun in Sagittarius at 8 degrees. The full moon is always an opposition between the sun and the moon, the most extreme reach. If you hold out your hands from one extreme to the other, when the sun is setting, the moon is rising. So it's that 180 degrees angle, the maximum reach, the biggest potential for growth and for learning. And there was a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius 6 months ago when the sun was in Gemini back in June of 2020. So what are you completing from that time till now? What needs to be released? What needs to be wrapped up in the end, this ending mutable sign of Sagittarius with the full moon waiting to be eclipsed in a few hours here in Hawaii. We might not be able to see it because it's kind of a stormy night, and being at penumbral, it'll just be a partial eclipse. So I wanted to get it rising because you never know with these storm clouds, we might not be able to see anything in a few more hours. But it sure looks beautiful now over Ma'alaya Bay. And what needs to be illuminated? The full moon brings light. What needs to be brought out into the light? Sagittarius is the truth seeker, and Gemini is the communicator. Gemini is the most yang, the light, the bright, and Sagittarius is the yin, the dark, the feminine. Uniting those two, they need each other. They need each other, they're complements. So how can you bring all of it together into unity? These mutable energies, they're both mutable signs, fire and air. Air gives power and energy to fire, and that's the moon, and Gemini is air, and of course the sun, and Sagittarius being a fire sign. So we've got a lot of air and fire right now, that duality, and the yin and yang, from the light to the dark, and releasing into the spirit world. What do you need to release and transmutate? Because these are mutable signs, so the mutation and getting ready for the new. The new moon will occur in a couple of weeks in mid-December, and it'll be the last new moon of the year of 2020 as we go into 2021, with a big emphasis in air as Jupiter and Saturn transition into Aquarius next month as well. So the air element is going to be ruling this next year. So really tuning in, what needs to be said, what needs to be communicated, and how can you do that truthfully? Sagittarius is all about seeking the truth, and the full moon, what needs to be illuminated. Sometimes with the eclipses, what is hidden, or the shadow side, to dig deep and to get to the truth. And may this full moon illuminate into your life whatever needs to be seen, and may you be able to release what no longer serves you. And with the light of the moon, wishing you all a good night. Planet Girl out, and we'll see you next month, hopefully, back here on the Planet Girl channel in December. We've got a lot of exciting things we want to explore with y'all. So aloha and hui ho.